Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. South leaders urge Tinubu to immediately reinstate Fubara and dissolve Rivers Assembly, saying you have brought more confusion than solution to the problem in the Niger Delta. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he was intervening because there was about to be a state of emergency. My dear, what happened in Benue State? Tinubu did not see the need to declare a state of emergency. What has happened in different parts of the country, especially the northern part of the country, where a lot of lives and properties has been destroyed, Tinubu has not found a need for urgent state of emergency being declared, removing the governor and putting a sole administrator. My dear, it all started with Wike not wanting Fubara to be there, saying he did everything to put Fubara there. Fubara has no right whatsoever to talk down on him. So a lot has happened. A lot of water has gone under the bridge, and it's been a while now, a good time since Fubara has been suspended. And so the call has called that immediately he should reinstate Fubara because it's taking more than necessary. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. South leaders urge Tinubu to immediately reinstate Fubara and dissolve Rivers Assembly. According to a report by Vanguard on Saturday, August the 2nd, 2025, stakeholders from the South region, including leaders, activists, legal experts, have urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to immediately reinstate the Rivers State Governor, Sim Fubara, his deputy, and dissolve the House of Assembly. They condemned Tinubu's suspension of the governor on March the 18th and the imposition of a state of emergency, describing both action as unconstitutional, deteriorating to Nigerian democracy, and nobody has said anything. The court system has not arisen to condemn Tinubu. The judiciary, the arm of government, the judiciary, has not stood their ground to implement the law and interpret our democracy, what it really stands for. This group stressed that there is no need to wait for the 6 months emergency rule ending September the 18th to expire before restating democratic governance, saying this is totally out of place. Elder Joseph Amabakuromo of the South Reawakening Group emphasized that the state is pitiful and that Tinubu has left the oil-rich state, saying it is peaceful for the conflict between Fubara and the former governor Nyesom Wike until Tinubu decided to put himself in it. Wike has resolved his issue with Fubara currently for the state of emergency rule to be lifted. He urged the president to end the proclaimed delay without any formal delay. Professor Benjamin Okogba of the John National Congress criticized the president's action, saying it is totally unnecessary and should not be allowed or permitted, saying the president should know better and not to allow a state to be lying fallow without things being done properly. Omori noted that the lack of judiciary intervention worsened the crisis as court has failed to address the constitutional breach involved. We have 3 arms of government: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. But our judiciary, human rights lawyers, everyone has been quiet. They accused Tinubu of the executive robbing other arms of government, stating that suspending governance in Rivers State undermined democratic rules, which everyone is aware. But it is unfortunate that everybody is quiet. He warned that such violation of our democratic procedure should have been immediately curbed and ensure that it is taken care of. They criticized the National Assembly, the National Assembly and the Supreme Court for their complacency, not speaking when they should. Political activist Blessing Adimo also called the suspension illegal, urged Tinubu to lift it up to restore public confidence. He questioned why Fubara remained out of office despite reconciliation with Wike, suggesting possible hidden motive behind the delay. Collectively, these voices demand for the immediate termination of the emergency rule, and reinstatement of the elected government. They urge that continuous suspension erode democratic position in Rivers State and shows that Rivers is not under any leadership, which creates more crisis than good. Tinubu has no right, as a democratically elected president, to declare a state of emergency. He never did so in Benue, where lives and property were destroyed. He's only protecting where he can get money from. It shows the kind of heart and the man he is. What a terrible situation. What is really going on in this country? Dysfunctionality. Rivers citizens has tarnished. Rivers citizens no longer have confidence in the government. Trust has been tarnished and there is no way forward. This is absurd. They insist that Rivers State is not the private property of any political actor. Constitutional breaches must be corrected promptly to safeguard Nigeria's democratic future. Otherwise, we're going nowhere as a nation and as a people. Totally, completely, I get this. But the truth of it is, who will arise? Our judiciary has totally, completely neglected the fact that there is need for urgent, for urgent speaking up to ensure that these things end. Nobody's saying anything. What about the legislatives, the House of Representatives, and the National Assembly? They've totally, completely forgotten themselves. Well, my people, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Remember, you have a voice, and we must continue to speak to end all abnormality so that Nigeria can move forward. The days upon us are important, and so every one of us have a part to play. We must continue to speak about this unending and continuous deterrent of moving forward to ensure that our nation become what it ought to be. There is a lot going on at the moment, and Nigeria must arise. Nigerians must ensure that we do not allow this. Tinubu has been suspended for a while now. I beg your pardon. Tinubu has suspended, Fubara'S for a while now, and those who should speak and ensure the truth are not doing anything about it. What is going on is a clear violation of who we are as a nation and as a people, and we all must rise up to ensure that this comes to an end. Remember, you have a voice. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Every time there is need for urgent rising up and people who should are not doing anything, then you know that there is problem. There is actually fire on the mountain. Remember, we are Nigerians and we must speak out to end oppression currently ongoing. This is what is happening currently at the moment. God bless. Bye for now.